Hello, this is a Platinum 3 Winston VOD review, and the post on this one said they just weren't sure why it was so close. I think their stats were pretty good. So we'll go through it. So they got D.Va, they got Freya, and I mentioned Freya because she does a ton of damage to you, so it'd probably be better literally just to start here. You just don't want to take a ton of poke damage. And this is pretty fine. They just got a lot of spam damage, so it's gonna be get in, get out. But during this downtime, you can sort of reset up here. Just use the downtime so you don't end up having to like make a straight on jump and yeah, like this. And we're dropping our bubble early. Luckily, D.Va pops us back into our bubble and feeds, so that's good. Like the music. And D.Va went so early, that's good. The bubble is just super early again. If it happens twice, it's usually something you gotta practice, but... And had you scanned earlier, you would have seen like the cast breaking off and then the bubble separates the two sides of the team. I think we just button mashed there, so we dropped our bubble and then jumped, but looks like it'll be good enough. Oh, and you can, yeah, just get out, grab a health pack or whatever. Oh, jump into a wall, that's kind of unlucky, but yeah. Had you just fully circled out, like your Vendetta ended up on the support, so you could have probably at least helped with that. But so far the jumps and bubbles haven't been super great. And this is a good spot to hold. Your team's holding back, especially Ashe, so just bubbling here is fine. Letting your Ashe help you. Alright, good job. So their tank's just feeding on a few of these fights, but you said it's gonna be close. Oh, actually they're Ram now, so... And this is fine. Cass would have definitely been a better target, though. Just because now they're Ram, you can't even bubble dance the punches. So... Okay, this is fine. You see your teammates are respawning, so just all the way out. And then if you want to use the downtime again, because I mentioned that other fight, you can use the downtime to either come up here, or just like jump to the stairs and use your downtime like that, set up on top of them, instead of just right-click trading. Yeah. Well, we have ult, but I mean, that's... Primal's pretty good. As far as Winston play goes, that wasn't super great though. Like you 100% had to use your Primal or die there. You had basically just the walk-off bubble, the zap from above. And then you can go pretty aggressive with it in ult if you need to, but... Alright. And top right's probably the play again as far as setting up. Yeah, we just hit our head. So yeah, with that was a free kill on Cass. So yeah, we've hit our head twice now, so that's probably also just a mechanical thing we gotta get used to. Or just the maps. He comes to us, so that's good. And we used a lot of ults last 2 fights, so they probably have Ram at least. Oh, and Nano, I just cheated. But this is fine. You saw the supports back here. So, and you just killed Ana, you staggered Ana. So you actually have the information to know you can just jump at this guy. And yeah, our Ashe is still there, so I mean, it probably doesn't make sense as far as Winston versus Ram, but if you think of it as 3v1, it actually makes sense to just jump this Ram right now. Same thing with Wu Yang, like if the team's top right, Wu Yang's probably free, but... Oh, there's Reaper. And Ram went in kind of deep, but he's gonna be hard to kill because he's Ram now. And like that, there was an argument when you came back that he was like feeding ahead of his team, but now he's full health with his team. Like you just need to find another target straight up. If you're ult tracking, that's doubly true because you know you can't save people from what is it, Annihilation. Oh, Nano too, yeah. I was thinking more of Annihilation. But yeah, Nano too, you can't save anyone from Nanoed Ram. So yeah, the main issue was just letting them in for free here. And then the second issue was you kind of stayed on the Ram too long, so... Oh, we went in. I did not think we were going in there. It kind of works though, because at least your Moira was in. And again, like it's Reaper Ram, but you're up people, so oddly enough, you kind of can just jump these guys and get out if you want, but... Oh well, now it's kind of like that was more of a 3 to 5 second window thing. They're back now, so you might actually get Primal Force for this if Freya dumps her stuff. Okay, this is all fine. And I like how you walked off versus the Reaper, so you still had your jump to get out with, so... Speaking of jump, you should probably just, yeah, leave. And Bubble's back in, or it was 4 seconds. Like, you don't need to have a right-click trade. You chose the, what is it, the Chain Lightning perk. But don't let that sort of make you play Winston wrong. Just sort of throw in one, but don't just sort of stand in the street. Just I'll wait a few seconds, maybe you charge your right click instead of just holding left click here, but play the corner safe and like wait for them to come in. And don't take all this chip damage early, because I don't know what the Frey is shooting, but if she was trying to shoot you, oh, well, she's shooting them. But yeah, you can get burned down too, so. That was just a bad bubble. They can totally come in on that. And the supports, notice like the supports walked up to here. That was your cue to jump like on them when they get here. And your team totally did it, but you wasted your bubble and then like didn't want to go in. So good job to your team there. That was just bad positioning, forced a bad bubble, and then forced you to be passive, which you've kind of been passive a few times. Either you have your ult and you do like feed jumps because you know you have your ult to save you, or you're kind of super passive. So even against a Ram, what is it, Reaper, you can go aggressive at the right times. So. Okay, there we go. We get the cleanup kills at least. Like, those were good right clicks. You didn't take much damage. You were just doing it to basically charge your ult, which is pretty cool. You got some good ult charge on that, but now we can just get to a good spot. Okay, now we're kind of just over-peaking the whole team. They got guns. Yeah, and that forced you to sort of drop off. What you're doing here is just sort of every 3 seconds you just peek out, maybe with a right click, but you're more just doing it to see where their team is. And once they get to here, like, if you didn't take all this chip damage, this would actually be decent. Because you know in 5 seconds they gotta be up here. So now, or like especially now, like a jump here and you bubble between the two guys. This soldier's free, then you dance on the bubble against the Reaper and the Ana, and this Ram has 0 help. Well, he actually doesn't need help, he's nanoed. But you can at least trade backlines here, is what I'm saying, if you don't take all this chip damage 5 seconds before the fight starts. Same thing, you cannot, if I had to give an example of something you don't try to save your team from, it would be ulting Ram. You're just not going to save them from this. So yeah, you could at least have 2 of their backline dead at this point. And I guess we're dying cart, but I mean, we could have just gotten out, or hid, but I guess we're just dying cart.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Okay, this is fine. You're trying to stay on payload. Okay, good job. So there were definitely some times you let them through, or you were really passive a few fights, so. And you sort of force your own ult by jumping straight into 4 or 5 people. So those things changed, the game would have not been as close.
Push your limits. Nothing breaks that I cannot mend.
So we're on attack, and oh, they got Bastion. But Bastion's low ground at least, so high ground's kind of open. Okay, and your Vendetta kind of cues you on that, but even if Vendetta didn't do that, you, like, up top's basically free to disrupt, because you'll get healed and there's just 2 people, so you can bubble. And you're getting healed, you can stay in. Okay. They backed up. Kind of... Usually, like, if you go in once, after that, you kind of get lost. I don't think you had to go straight back. You could have just walked off, and what I probably would have done is maybe here to here is a jump, and then you also could have just walked over here, and then while they're staring at this lane, you kind of pop in. They got a Bastion, so the way I'd probably play this is I'd pop up on by the stand, disrupt these guys, create a bunch of space for my team to walk through, and if Bastion starts beaming me, then I hide behind this thing and cry for the next 2 seconds. But that's how you can do it, instead of just jumping straight back. This works too, because your team went in pretty aggressively, so Vendetta's really helping you with the aggression here.
Double kill. This objective belongs to me.
Making me dizzy, but yeah, if you ever don't get them on the first jump, you got to keep your mind going, like, okay, where do I set up next? And yeah, that was kind of surprised they all got there that fast, but if they're all right, like, to give you an example on thinking of where to go next, if they're all right, what's open? Like, this is wide open. You can literally just walk, and payload's got to be pushed, so you honestly might end up just standing here for a long time, or here, and literally don't take chip, but eventually, if you can come in from the side, that would be kind of creative. Or just, they got Bastion, so you might walk off and bubble, and then Bastion and Ram start beating you up, and then you use your jump to get out, and basically cause 3 seconds of disruption, is how you have to do it sometimes versus Bastion. And this is kind of halfway there. The only problem is they have guns, so if you stand on top of here like it's Assassin's Creed, you'll actually take tons of chip damage, which has been one of your problems, so. It's kind of like, good job setting up left, but don't take 500 damage. But you saw the reaction it got from them. Like, if you had done the same thing better timed in 10 seconds when the cart's getting up here, you just walk off and bubble and they all turn and start shooting at you, your team's gonna really like that, because they're looking at people who are turning sideways at that point. So, the disruption was good, you just took a bunch of damage to the face. I guess you were trying to save Vendetta, but yeah. And it's hard to like figure out how to jump here. What you would probably do is jump far, like as far as you can. That way the ram, it makes it super inconvenient for the ram to chase you. And then you're on this Mercy, this Bastion, and you're kind of using the bubble and this pillar to try and save yourself. If you're going to jump from the front, that's the best play, is here. Because you've got bubble and pillar, and ram has to make a 10-meter 180 back toward, or yeah, sidetrack to go get you, so. Vendetta's kind of like being the tank, if that makes sense, and it's honestly working half the time because she's strong and people don't know how to play versus her, but eventually you're gonna have to be the tank, so. Same thing, where's next? Like, you could have been here, just basically pincering the ram between 4 people. Like, the space was there, you could have easily gone here. Because we're just standing in the open, not Winston's strong suit. We kind of just jumped, like, blindly into the pile, which, against Bastion, ram might get you killed, but... Okay. Bubble blocks his ult. Like, that time you've got nothing better to do, and he's low health. Like, the bubble will at least block his, it won't block his punches, but it will at least block the annihilation, like, area of effect, so. And don't sit payload, remember what I said, like, where's next? A good place to be would probably be here, or maybe here, are the two, like, places that give you good view and put you within, like, a 1-jump range of them. And your team's going aggressive, too, so it's like, if you don't go aggressive also, Vendetta might feed, so. Okay, she feeds, well, but I mean, for all the good stuff she's done, sometimes she feeds, but that's why it's like, Moira, you can get the cart. If a support's on the cart, you can go forward. Because sneaking the payload at 2-person speed isn't going to do anything. You still will have a team fight on this last point. Moira used your fade, like, you should be all on that. Like, ram cannot get to you, so it's safe from ram. Moira used fade. You can take on these 2 people with a bubble. You absolutely can. That's Winston's strong suit, is I basically have a 90% chance to live, or higher, if I go in and kill these guys. So you'll do it, you'll get the elim, and 90% chance you get away from it. Like, you just need to, don't let the fact that they counter-swapped you a few times and you fed a few times make you nervous. You still have to go for this. Instead of charging your right, I know the right-click thing is cool, but yeah. Yeah, that's just, you did nothing, then they came in a blob, and you kind of just like, what do I do now? So yeah, that was just, you need to set up better. Because this whole thing was here. If you were here, then honestly, you can walk off and bubble like Bastion's back. And your bubble's going to break pretty fast, but again, that's 3 seconds of chain lightning, and they turn their back to your team, so that's still good. So you're playing Winston like he's Reinhardt. which probably, like, you know you're not supposed to do that. You've shown enough good plays that you know you're supposed to do that, but it's just you're passive and you don't set up, and then you feel like you have no other choice but to stand in main and drop a bubble as soon as you start taking damage, so. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And I like how as a deep jump, you go for her, Ram turns his back, so I mean, your team was there. This jump is fine. They were kind of clumped up, and Bastion's here, but I'm gonna say this is fine. Like, you waited for your team, you jumped in deep, Ram had to turn around and go from here to start punching you, so all in all, this is fine. And we have our ult, so we can try and brute force the Bastion too, but if we didn't have ult, because usually you do go aggressive when you have ult, if you didn't have ult, the answer might be literally just jump back, or like jump here and hide. Like, okay, I pulled Bastion's resources, I pulled Ram's resources, I made Sojourn slide away, I forced the cooldowns in the space, now I'm gonna hide. Or go back, I guess, if you just have to make a split-second decision, but that's how you play it if you don't have ult. Okay, I don't know why that didn't knock him off, but... This is fine, just get out. Bubble's back in a few seconds, so... I think Moira used Fade. Did Moira use Fade, or am I just wrong? Okay, she did, yeah. So Moira's killable. You got 5 seconds to do this. You could have got the landing damage at least with that jump, or just not used it, but... And the second he pops that, I'm probably going back to Moira. Because he's getting healing, and he got the Nemesis form. Like, Moira was the target the whole time here. Oh, and that actually does make kind of a difference. Yeah, they're back. Cass is coming back too, so I would just let her die, honestly, as bad as that sounds. Good try on the Mercy. Okay. And at this point, we have the information, like teams here. Sometimes a look back helps. Teams here, Bastion's low ground, Ram's here. Like, you probably just need to send this jump. You're kind of just jumping the area. And if Ram starts beating the shit out of you, he's getting shot in the back. That's kind of like the steps you have to take. And Bastion can't see me, really. Sojourn can't see me. You just need to send this jump, figure out where they are, and send it to a spot you'll live on. And this is what I'm thinking from where you set up. This will let you live, and cause some disruption. If your team dies while you're being yeah, you just defaulted to going back to main, because you kind of didn't know what to do. But you just, watching this back, hopefully you saw you have the information to make a deep jump once you figure out where all the people are. And you saw Sojourn low ground, you saw Bastion low ground. Just send this deeper so Ram his like attention is split. And he doesn't just have to spray this way into you and your team. But because we kind of just jumped into spam damage. All right. Good job. Moira was the target again. Like, you should have just walked and shot this Moira. And then when she fades, like, then you jump after her. Even though you use bubble randomly, you still need to kill this Moira.
I'm going bananas.
Oh, and the respawners are back. Yeah, that was just kind of scuffed. You didn't do anything. You waited too long, and then the respawners were back, and if you were gonna jump, like, jump here to begin with, so you're not getting shot in the back by Bastion. But because the people main, you gotta try and remember them. But hopefully we can at least get this. And that's honestly fine. You just gotta like, okay, we caused some disruption, we walked off. You force Bastion's form for doing something pretty low risk. So now you can set up and wait for bubble in 8 seconds and then just completely like jump here once Bastion doesn't have his form anymore. So good job baiting that. We hit our head again. That's happened so many times. There we go, great jump. Like, you baited the abilities, you figured out where they are, and then you actually sent, like, a good backline play, so. And it was such a good play that you did not need that ult, but. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna want that ult, but. Yeah, same thing. Free Moira kill. Like, she faded out to here. If you were trying to take map control, you would have just gotten a free Moira stagger, so. And this is fine, just being safe, charging your right clicks, but not taking too much chip damage. That right click perk is pretty strong in Plat, because they all just stand together, so. Okay, you were on the right track. If you take a little damage, just back up. You were on the right track. You don't need to just go back and bubble main. That might just be a panic response at this point that you need to just get comfortable, like sitting on the flank. My supports can see me, like here or here, I'm safe. I'll just get healed and I'll chill. Like, I don't need to go back just because I took a little damage. Yeah, you should be in there bubbling. You're just basically hoping Vendetta 1v5s, which she honestly might. Yeah, so that was just a bad bubble. Like, we started the setup good and then bad bubble, so. Oh, we're coming up. And I think we got caught in a vortex again. But if you're thinking, where do I set up here? Because they kind of did back up to a good spot. The answer's probably here, because same thing. Your whole team can see you. That way you're within, so you can like annoy these guys from the side with a right click maybe. Or at least be closer to them, and they're not staring straight at you, but... Ram kind of feeds, so that's good. But once you decided to just block Ram's healing, that was your play. You can't, after that, go after the Bastion without your bubble, so that was the issue. Yeah. So we're not really thinking of cooldowns that much, like... We hit our head again, oh no. Okay, and we chose the throw bubble perk too, so maybe that's why your bubbles were earlier in the pregame. You were thinking they were gonna fly through the air, but... Did we win? Okay, we did, yeah. So main things were just not setting up enough, being way too passive as part of that, and then when you have your ult, you basically will just be fearless, but you need to figure out how to track where everyone is, make safe jumps. I went over a lot of examples of that, and then just work on the bubbles, because, yeah, there were at least 3 bubbles that were just, you either dropped them in main, or you went to jump someone and you dropped it before you landed and like land outside your own bubble, thinking you have the perk that makes the bubble like fly through the air with you. So yeah, you just gotta sort of track that better. Stop hitting your head on things, just with more practice. Hopefully those 2 mechanical things will be fixed, and good luck.